Today we're going to cover how to create what's referred to as an F panel using Asure ID Solo. So I have the software for trial software for Asure ID that I've downloaded. It'll give me 30 days. And the great thing about the trial edition is that it does let you try the different editions because they do have incrementally higher prices as you go along. So we're going to use Solo here, which is the least costly software, $150, $175, and we'll continue. Okay, once you're in the software, you go into your card design. Now you can really create F panel or create a card that has elements that will print on the F panel for the UV printing with text or photos, images, things like that. And really, it's quite simple. So let's first put some text in here. So we're going to say this is not UV text, and you can do different elements in here to change the colors and bold and fonts and everything, but we're not going to cover that today. This is strictly about that. Okay, and now let's create some text that says this will print UV F panel. And it's real simple. We just come right down here where it says print on fluorescing panel. We check that and hit OK. Now you'll notice, see how it's nice and easy to tell which is which. The non-UV is going to be the standard color you select, but the UV is going to have this pale bluish tone. Now let's say we wanted to put our logo on it or a photo or something. So I don't have a camera set up, so I'm just going to say image. Pardon me, I have allergies, so if you hear me kind of cough a little bit. Alright, so once you click the image, you'll get this little crossbar. You just click where you want the image to be. I'm going to load it just from my picture folder. Let's get this one right here. Alright, so we got a photo in there. Now, this photo is going to print standard color, just like the top text that says this is not UV text. Oh. Text. So let's put another image in right here. And we're going to select load the image. And I'm going to get the same image. Okay, so we got it here. Now there's two parts on this. Is that you do need to also print on the fluorescing panel. But I want to show you something that Asure ID has indicated that was a good idea. Let me bring this over here real quick. Let's see. Alright, so right here it says, if you look at this, when the print on fluorescing panel is enabled, panel is enabled, the invert F panel image message displays, informing you the photos of the people tend to look better inverted. So let me show you this real quick, what that means. So in addition to print on fluorescing panel, they're saying that the picture looks a lot better if you invert the image. So I'm not going to invert it, just to show you. So you see that. Let's go in here and say this one's going to be go on the UVF panel now. And this one we are going to invert the image. So if you look here, this one looks kind of washed out on the right, and on the left you get more of what it is. So if you're going to do photos, go ahead, you can play with a little bit to make sure that you're happy, you're satisfied with this, but do invert the image as well as check print on fluorescing panel. Okay, at this point when you're going to print, to your printer, which could be, for instance, there's some of the DTC, Fargo DTC printers that can do this, the HDP 5000, the HDP 5600, the HDP 6600. Those printers do need to have the driver installed, of course, your printer connected, and they need to have the updated firmware, which if you have a new machine that shouldn't be an issue, but if you've had it for a while, just make sure that you have the updated firmware. And then of course you have to have the proper ribbon loaded that is fluorescing. So that would be the YMCFK ribbon, so that F stands for the fluorescing. And if you have any other questions, be sure to get a hold of us. Thanks.